Merging with another cooperative became a self-help. It became, let's put our resources together, let's combine our staffs, let's find efficiencies, and a merger allows you to do that. The challenge with the merger is you put two or more companies together and you never achieve those economic efficiencies. All you've done is just made the problem a bigger problem. But if in fact a merger is used, that allows co-ops or companies to come together with shared values, shared philosophy, shared business strategies. So merger as a business solution is ideal. Mergers, at least my experience, were successful when you had compatible philosophies, high levels of trust, more of the non-economic. It had to be an economic equation. It had to be viable, once you merged going forward. But it wasn't a straight line, kind of progression that says if we put these two companies together, therefore it's going to be successful. So you've got to take out some of the costs that you're trying to achieve the efficiencies with. But generally, mergers became a good mechanism to deal with economies of scale. You may have a cooperative that has better resources, better expertise in a certain area, and so it's a complementary effect. In the case of UPI, it really supported our growth strategy. We as a company were looking to, of course, grow our business, and it made more sense to grow somewhat concentric. And that's because we were dealing predominantly with livestock. So you get into issues like, trucking, transportation to a plant, transportation to a feedlot. So to jump over 3 or 4 states and try to make that work was far more challenging. So we were able to look at merger as a way to combine the resources, and every merger is different in terms of the rationale and the pros and cons of doing it. In our particular case, we were merging with similar entities. We were merging with organizations that were, we had compatible geography, but we didn't have a lot of duplication. It's not like we all had facilities in one state, and so let's eliminate some of them. We were, again, growing concentrically, and the driver for that was more volume. Volume is the great driver in most commodity businesses, and so that's why we pursued it. I would say in the high percentage of mergers that I'm familiar with, one of the financial considerations is that the member is not disadvantaged. So the membership, whether it be equity, stock, whatever equity structure they have, carries through into the new co-op. And so, in fact, there's legal requirements that you can't disadvantage, one of the people voting on it to the detriment of another. So you kind of have to have your structure in there. For example, in some co-op mergers, if you owned a share of stock in company A, you still owned a share of stock in the merged entity. And so it becomes, what's the value of that stock? Now, mergers are not typically mergers of equals. Management folks say that lots of times.